This is a video on how to make an oval-shaped braided wool rug. First, you take 3 strips of fabric of even weight and width. These strips are 2 inches wide. Then you're going to take each piece, fold it in half, and sew across the top. So once you've sewn across the top, about 1/4 or 1/2 inch down, you're going to fold it inside out so that it looks like this blue one. So the top should look like a triangle. Then you're going to fold the right side halfway in, the left side halfway in, then the whole thing in half. And you're going to do that with each one, and then pin them together, and then sew across the top. Stick a pin through them and then sew across the top. Just hand stitch so that they're nice and tightly together. Once you've sewn the 3 pieces together, then you're ready to begin braiding. So as you braid, you're just going to fold each side in towards the middle into the center line. Then you're going to fold that in half, and that's what you're going to braid. The smooth side is going to be the top of the rug. So this is where we'll start braiding. The seams will be on the left side. At least that's how I do it. Other people might braid it other ways, but I always keep the seam to the left, right here. Fold the right side in, fold the left side in, fold the strip in half, and then lay it across. Same thing on this side, fold the right side in, fold the left side in, fold in half, then you're kind of twist, and then lay it across. Fold the right side in, fold the left side in, fold it in half, twist, and lay it across. As you can see, the braid is beginning to form. We can take the safety pin out. And to hold the braid together, when you're at a good stopping point, just use a clothespin. So when your strip has run out, it's time to splice on another piece. You can either splice on the same color or you can switch colors. When you're ready to splice, you're going to cut both pieces at a diagonal. And then you're going to sew them together like this so that when it folds over, it'll be straight. So you're going to pin them together, and then you can either hand sew or use a sewing machine. Sew them together like that, and then it'll come out straight. Once you've made a good long center strip, then you have to curve the braid around so the next braid will come down right alongside of that first center strip. The center strip will determine the overall length and width of your rug. If you start with a 3-foot center piece, then your rug will be roughly 5 feet long by 3 feet wide. So to make the turn, you're going to continue braiding, but you're going to do a few braids in a row on the right side. So you're going to do one on the right, and then you're going to do another on the right. and that'll help turn that braid around. And then you're going to do one on the left. So 2 on the right and 1 on the left until you've turned that corner. So for the first corner, you'll do that 3 times. 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Then you can see that once these braids are laced together, it'll make a nice tight round corner.